I don't think there's any denying it is arguably the most popular attraction at the Milwaukee County Zoo, and it will never sound or look the same. The zoo has parted ways with a piece of its history, and we went along for a final ride. Of all the things to see at the Milwaukee County Zoo, there are few attractions that churn out as many smiles as what rolls down the tracks around the grounds. On a sunny Sunday in October, the coach cars on the Milwaukee County Zoo train start to fill up. At the front,
I've been here a lot longer than I have been, actually.
Calvin Schickel is on cloud 9.
So I got boiler pressure here, I got steam chest here.
In charge of a setup that would make Willy Wonka proud,
It's been fun.
the 26-year-old reflects on a zoo career where he spent more than a third of his young life. As the train lurches forward and makes its familiar noises, Schickel says there is no better place to be.
When you're 16 and you start a job, you don't ever think you're going to be in the cab of a steam engine.
As the heads stick out behind him, many of these passengers don't realize the gravity of the moment. The laps around a picturesque 1.25 mile track will be this locomotive's last.
We're sad to see it go, but again, excited for the future.
The Milwaukee County Zoo is parting ways with their steam engines. Instead, new diesel engines have been ordered to take their place. Schickel calls the move bittersweet.
As sad as it is to see this equipment leave, because it's been a big part of my life and a lot of other people's, we're really excited that we get to move into the next era and inspire new people.
The new Tier 4 diesel trains will come with new technology, cameras, air conditioning, and are better for the environment.
Well, there's guys sitting in here 8 hours a day on a 90-degree day next to a 300-degree boiler. It's uncomfortable.
Not everyone is as excited.
All three of us like the smell and just the sound.
Trey Bolin arrived at the zoo the moment it opened to ride his favorite attraction on its last day with his dad.
It's been here for so long, it's just, but things change.
A piece of Milwaukee County history reaching the end of the tracks.
It's really interesting, actually. The Journal-Sentinel donated the money in '55 for the railroad to be built. The park wasn't even here yet.
Before animals ever arrived, this train helped bring them here.
The original purpose of this railroad was to show the construction of the zoo. So the Journal-Sentinel put in the money to build the train track. So people who were coming out, investing, looking, seeing this new project that the county was putting on, were able to come out here and see it grow. So a lot of aspects, the zoo was built around the train, which is something I don't think a lot of people know. I think it's very cool.
The original 2 locomotives included one steam engine built by a company in the Wisconsin Dells. By 1977, this locomotive was brought on board. Named after the year the Milwaukee Journal's chairman, Erwin Meyer, was hired, the 1924 has run countless journeys in its 47 years in service. On its final day at the zoo,
yes, she wanted to be by the engine. Yes, that was her request.
Crowds filled the train to experience a steam engine here one last time, but its journey is not yet over.
It's quite the locomotive. We're looking forward to having it here at home.
A day later, work is underway in the zoo's machine shop.
It's going to go into our shop and sit in the exact same spot that it was built in.
I'll watch that lake part.
Bob Welke is the president of the Riverside and Greater Northern Railroad, the same company that built this train. The company closed in the Dells in 1980, but reopened as a preservation society nearly a decade later.
With this engine, we will own not only the first, but we will now own the last of the 15-inch gauge steam engines built by the Sandleys.
They've been eyeing this equipment and spent the last year working to purchase this and other steam trains from the zoo. As it's loaded onto a truck, the team takes a moment to take one last picture. Nearly half a century after its arrival at the zoo, Ken Ristow stands in the exact spot for its departure. The former Milwaukee County Zoo employee worked with this train for more than 25 years and retired with his services no longer needed. His emotions get the best of it as the train is ready for a new home. Ristow will be following it. He's been hired as an employee at the Riverside and Greater Northern Railroad, ready to create new smiles on a new track.
Life's not over, just on to a new chapter.
And the zoo does expect their new trains will arrive in the spring. In the meantime, their other diesel locomotive will take you around the track. Kim, I want to show you something cool. Okay, this photo right here, this was taken in 1977. This was right after that train was built. And then watch this. Boom. This is the photo they took in the exact same spot.
Oh, wow.
When they returned it to the Dells. And Bob sent me this a few weeks ago. This is pretty cool. Here, this is video he sent over of the train in its new home right there. Look at this. Looking good as it comes down the track.
Yeah, I cannot tell you, I'm a Milwaukee native. That train it's such a big part of being a kid in Milwaukee. You go straight to the train when you arrive at the zoo.
And the train's not going anywhere, but the steam trains will be gone. But you can go up to the Dells and ride this thing. It's going to be open. They're open at the Riverside and Greater Northern every day during the summer, on the weekends, in the spring, in the fall, and they're going to be riding these. That was Ken right on the front of that train. They'll be driving these. That's old Milwaukee County Zoo trains. They're now in a new home.
It's worth the trip.
It's bittersweet, but I think they found the right home for it, right?
All right, great story.